In an interview published February 5 by Kilometers.ru, General Leonid Ivashov, the former foreign relations head of the Russian Ministry of Defense and current president of the Academy of Geopolitical Studies, issued a sharp warning about the nature of the strategic crisis unfolding in Ukraine. Apparently, the officials of the European Union and U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry have dedicated themselves, and continue to do so, to deeply and thoroughly studying the doctrine of Dr. Goebbels. They present everything backwards from reality. It is one of the formulas which Nazi propaganda employed most successfully. They accuse the party that is defending itself of aggression. What is happening in Ukraine and Syria is a project of the West, a new type of war. In both places you see a clear anti-Russian approach, and as is well known, wars today begin with physiological and information warfare operations. Kerry and Obama are encouraging in Kiev what they harshly repress in their country. European leaders break up unauthorized demonstrations with hoses, throwing demonstrators in jail, while in the Ukrainian case they do the exact opposite, and on top of it they threaten Russia. Logically, this is part of information warfare. Keep in mind that, under the cover of information commotion, U.S. ships are entering the Black Sea, that is, near Ukraine. They are sending Marines, and they have also begun to deploy more tanks in Europe. We see that on the heels of the disinformation operation a land, sea, and possibly air operation is being prepared. The scenario could be the following: drive Ukraine to the breaking point, blame Yanukovych and Russia for everything, to then say that NATO can't simply sit by as a mere spectator, and then send its troops into to return order. Then a transitional government would be formed, as happened in Iraq and Kosovo, and NATO would take control of everything. Historical experience shows we have lived through similar situations. But before that they will need to justify the aggression with the information warfare. They have even taught opposition leaders Klitschko, Yatsenyuk and Tihany to run a government efficiently. The main thing is for them to take power, and destroy the Ukrainian state. Currently in the Ukraine, there is a parliament in Kiev and a parliament in Kharkov. The parliament stripped Yanukovych of his powers, and impeached him, but he says they don't have the powers to do that and refuses to step down. The latest reports have the president in Donetsk. There is actually no single person in charge over there. It's chaos. Everything about the rebellion reeks of Western puppetry and fascism. Everything about the Yanukovych supporters of course reeks of Russia. The Crimea is having massive protests right now in the streets, because they want to join in union with Russia. And Russia has stated it is prepared to send in troops to protect ethnic Russian South, which there are 7 to 8 million of in Ukraine. Things are very fluid and changing hourly. Stay tuned.